Hey guys, Michigan Prepared here. Listen, I'm going to try to make this as short and sweet as possible while I'm sitting here being unloaded. But a couple different things going on, guys. It's looking like Russia's going to have no other chance but to use a nuke, guys. From what I'm hearing, there's a huge battle for a city over there in Ukraine called Kherson. If I'm pronouncing that correctly, whatever. But, so there's a major battle going on for that. And apparently there's a huge dam over there. And both sides have been trying to blow it up. Ukraine and Russia. Russia might blow it up to cause a false flag. If it blows up, it's going to wipe out a lot of Russia. There's some big stuff going on with that. But right now, as it sits, Ukraine is still pushing Russia back. It's not a good situation, guys. Russia has warned, after their whole martial law thing, that pretty much if they kept trying to take back territory that was annexed or taken by Russia, that they would have to, resort to some sort of low-yield nuclear weapons or whatever. So, I don't know. I guess watch that one close. I don't know if Ukraine's calling their bluff or what, but a lot of forces are pulling back. A lot of people are running scared. A lot of people are screaming nuclear this, nuclear that. So who knows what the hell is going to happen, guys. But it's looking likely. All the experts are calling for it. I mean, a lot of stuff happening. Second thing going on, guys, is I just found out a couple hours ago that internet cables to the EU have been cut. There's a couple places over there in the European Union that don't have communications right now. And according to the news article, which I'll post right here, it's saying that it could affect it worldwide. I don't know if it's how it's going to affect us here in the U.S. as far as our internet being spotty, maybe. I don't know. Or maybe there's certain things you can't access because, they're no longer online or whatever the case may be, guys. I'm not really sure at the moment. But the worrying thing about this is the experts are coming out and saying that they think that instead of like Russia lighting off a nuke, and doing an air burst, which will cause an EMP and wipe out our electrical grid and everything else, they think they're slowly gonna, kind of like this war has slowly progressed. It's progressed, but slowly over the last 7-8 months, something like that. So the worry is that they're gonna cut our internet cables. So you guys need to prepare for that. I know for a fact I can't afford to go out and buy a satellite phone or anything like that. I just can't afford it. So, I mean, if we lose internet, it is what it is. You guys make sure you have cash on hand and make sure you're stocked up. And there's just so much crazy shit going on right now, guys. But the use of nuclear weapons is looking more and more likely every day. Again, like I said in a few of my videos, it just keeps snowballing. It's getting out of hand. What else was there? Oh, another reason why you guys need to stock up is it was just announced today as well that the United States currently only has 25 days of diesel fuel left. That's right. So, Biden is under a lot of pressure. He's talking about releasing oil from the oil reserves again, which it's the lowest it's ever been. even lower than 2008, and I'll post those articles right here. But yeah, guys, if you have diesel generators for your houses, whatever the case may be, I suggest you stock up on that shit now. And there's some other things going on in the news, guys. They're talking about the Northeast could freeze this winter. This comes on the heels of them calling for one of the colder winters that we've had in a long time. But they're saying there's, because Biden has shut down a lot of power plants, coal plants, whatever, in the name of the environment. They're saying that there's a lot of areas that could be going without natural gas or electricity. And the problem with that is that we have a lot of power plants that are powered by natural gas. So if you don't have the gas supply to power the power plants, well, now you don't have electricity. Your furnace runs on electricity. So, I don't know, guys. They're saying it's going to be a limited area, but with the diesel fuel shortage, the natural gas shortage, the internet cables getting cut, the pipelines being destroyed, the potential for nuclear war, I mean, it's all just, it'll make you dizzy. Oh my God, I'm like, every time I come across a news story, I read something, I'm not even shocked anymore. I'm just like, all right, come on. Whatever's going to happen, let it freaking happen already, all right? I'm tired of the anticipation. I'm tired of whatever. I'm all stocked up. I'm ready to go. Just let it happen. Whatever the hell is going to happen, let's go. But anyway, guys, let's talk about a couple ways to keep warm, okay? Your main one is going to be, really nice warm weather gear. Definitely going to want that. A couple things that you guys may have not thought of that you're going to want to stock up on, guys, is you're going to want to stock up on your tarps, your heavy-duty plastic, which you can buy at any home supply store, hardware stores, whatever. Buy some big plastic sheeting, guys. Actually, if you have any greenhouses in the area, that produce, massive greenhouses or whatever, you can probably go talk to them, see if they got any old plastic you can get. Chances are they'll give it to you for free. But either way, you're going to want to stock up on your plastic and your tarps, and you're going to want to stock up on either quality duct tape, not that cheap shit, or Gorilla Tape or something like that. The reason why I say that, guys, good way to keep warm, all right, is, oil lamps. They come with a pretty little decorative glass basin that'll hold your lamp oil fuel, and it's got that pretty little, looks like a vase that sits on top, a little doohickey on the side to raise your wick up and down. Oil lamps, guys, invest in several of those. They have like camping lanterns at Walmart, all right? They're like $5.49 each. They're not that expensive. They're the same thing. It's just in a metal case instead of a glass. But it still has a glass base, and it's got a little vented top. They're actually kind of cool. I have a couple of them. But those take lamp oil as well. All right, now if you have several of those and you hang them carefully, guys, I don't want you guys catching your houses on fire and shit like that. Now, say you lose power, you lose gas. All right, you take your plastic, you take your tape, you tape off a room. You hang several oil lanterns in there, and you light them. Those things give off a lot of heat. No, it's not going to keep your house 70, 80 degrees, especially in the dead of winter. But it will keep you from freezing as long as you got your wool blankets, your warm winter gear, and whatever else, all right? Another thing you guys could do for sleeping is take all your furniture, take everything, push it to your walls. Put a tent in the middle of your room. Or 2 tents, or whatever. And sleep in those, guys. Your tent is going to act as like an insulator, alright? Your body heat's going to, take some towels, block off that little vent that's typically in the top of your tents. Just block that vent off. Lay a towel across it so it holds the heat in, okay? And then crawl in that, go to bed. Make sure your oil lamps are secure, whatever. Now, there's another way to do this also, guys. And, alright, I grew up poor. I grew up really, really poor. And we were always having our electricity cut off. I mean, hell, we were eating from real government food, not this, shit that you get nowadays, your slabs of beef and your gallons of real milk and, your Lucky Charms and your stewed tomatoes and whatever the hell else these food trucks give out nowadays. No, we got bags of generic Cheerios, we got powdered milk, and we got government bread, government cheese, and I think some pastas and maybe a bag of potatoes. That's what we got. That's what I lived on, guys. So when I say I grew up poor, I mean it. I grew up poor. One of the tricks we used to do, because again, our electricity was always getting cut off. We were always getting kicked out because we couldn't pay our rent, and I literally grew up poor. One of the tricks we use is light your oven. The old school ovens, as long as you still had gas supply, and well, I'm not going to tell you all that. As long as you still got gas, turn on your oven, you can light it. I'm not sure how that's going to work with the potential gas supply shortage. If you live in the Northeast, I live in Michigan. I consider that the Northeast. You know what I mean? If you're looking at the map of the U.S., I'm in the Northeast. I'm definitely not out west over by California. And I'm definitely not, down by Florida. So I'm apparently in the Northeast. Anyway, guys, so, you can light your oven. Wood stove fans, they're fairly inexpensive, guys. And you might be able to use these. When you leave your oven door open, set the wood stove fan on top of that oven door, and it usually will start spinning and blowing heat around. And those are somehow they conduct electricity off of I think they're called thermoelectronics, something like that. Anyway, most of you guys know what I'm talking about, but they're little fans that you can look them up on Amazon, wood stove fans. And you guys will see what I'm talking about. Anyway, you could probably set it on the door as long as the door was hot enough, and it'd probably start working, guys. So yeah, your wool blankets, tents in your living room, taping off doors and windows and entryways and other rooms of your house. Just have one room, guys. Tape off everything else. Going to use the bathroom is going to be cold. I'm not going to lie. But at least you'll be somewhat warm in your front room, guys. Another thing you could do is like a steel coffee can, a can that size. You can get vegetables in those size cans over at like Gordon Food Service, whatever. You take a can like that, you take any label off, anything that can burn. It's got to be a metal can. You can stick a roll of toilet paper to, or if you flatten a toilet paper roll, you can get 2 of them in there. Then you take rubbing alcohol, guys, 75%, 90%, nothing lower than 75%. You can dump it in there, you can light it. It'll stay lit for quite a while. And it gives off quite a bit of heat, especially if you take like a ceramic, or what is it, clay, ceramic, whatever, pot for like flowers, and stick that over that somehow. That pot will get nice and hot, guys, and give off a lot of heat. But you're gonna want a space at the bottom. So I don't know, set something up there that ain't gonna burn. A couple pieces of metal, set the pot on that. Whatever. That's another thing you guys can do. But definitely your wool blankets. Wool blankets are incredible. I know a lot of people hate them because they make you itch. Well, you know what? Take your wool blankets now. Stitch a sheet onto them, guys. A nice thick sheet. Stick it on, or stitch it onto the sheet, or stitch a sheet onto it. That way, when you cover up with it, you're not getting the itchies. Well, hell, you could stitch a sheet to both sides, really, if you wanted. However you guys want to do it. But get your wool blankets. Stock up on your diesel fuel, guys. Stuff's getting crazy out there. I got a couple screenshots I'll post up here for y'all, but actually, I probably already posted them. But anyway, guys, yeah, pay attention. It's no longer nice out there. If your cable's interrupted or your internet or anything like that, just remember the sorry, my daughter just sent me a text message that I was reading. Now I forget where I was going with it. Anyway, guys, please stay safe. Keep your heads on a swivel. Oh yeah, remember, if your internet gets interrupted or whatever, just remember the internet cables over there and leading to the EU were cut, and they say it's going to affect everybody. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. With that being said, you guys stay safe out there. Love y'all. Thank you guys to all my new subscribers. I really do appreciate it, guys. With that being said, you guys stay safe. Michigan Prepared out.